Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay, and today I'm going to be reviewing some crates from a place called Crooked Dice, Crooked Dice .co.uk. So I don't think it's available to you Americans. At least they might do international shipping, but I'm not sure on this product in particular that I'm looking at today it would be worth it. If you are American, I'll try and have a look. I'll put a link obviously below in the description. And the products we're going to be looking at are basically these crates. So let me switch to this camera. And I'm going to be reviewing them, but they are only crates, so there's not too much to say about them. In fact, before we do this, let's have a look at the website maybe, and I'll show you what I'm looking at today. So this is the website. The crates that I'm going to be looking at are these crates. I have a 3D printer which is going off in the background. I do apologise if you can hear that, but I'm looking at these cargo crates A here. It's 4 for £3, and I'll be looking at these cargo crates C. It's 4 for £3. Now, the reason I'm looking at these today specifically is I think they're probably quite good for Star Wars Legion. They're probably initially built for Imperial Assault, but as we see, it does end up being fairly it's a very similar scale anyway. So I think delivery on this cost me £1, so I think for those crates A and crate C cost me £7. So, fairly reasonable. These are crates A, these are crates C. So here we have crates A. Well, there's 3 here because I've painted one. Now you may notice, and this is possibly one of the first issues, there's a bit of a height difference. I don't know if that comes up well on camera, but you can sort of see there's a height difference. It is fairly substantial. That's about right. Now, the reason that is the case, there's some sort of, I don't know if you call it flash or what have you, but on this one in particular here, there is quite a lot of this flash stuff, which probably shouldn't be there, and it's not easy to get off. It's very difficult to get off with a knife. Now, that sort of leads on to the main letdown with these things. There's only really one. I'm still actually a huge fan. I think it's great value for money. But the only issue is that there's a little bit of inconsistency. And that's demonstrated mainly by that height one. On the other ones, I'd say they're all pretty damn equal. Now, I have painted one, which is why you'll see a slightly different shade. I say painted. I just primed it and washed it. But even that, there's still a little bit of flashing on that, which puts that sort of in between. So 2 are perfect, 2 are a little bit off, but I think on the table you're not really going to notice that the height difference. If you started stacking them, maybe, but I think for these that's actually okay. And the way that I did this, I just primed this one in grey, and then I did a black wash over it, and I think that actually looks fairly nice. Very simple to do, very quick to do. So with those crates in particular, the only issue is that there's a bit of stuff on the bottom that increases the height. You could probably take a hobby knife and get it off. I just didn't really want to. Those are crates A, so it's only £3 for 4. £3 for 4, so it's quite good really. These are the other crates. These are sort of, I think these might actually be an Imperial Assault, but they're definitely a Star Wars-y feel. Obviously they're not calling them that because they're not going to have the rights. And these are all the same size. There's no high difference on these. These are the 2 that I've primed grey and washed. Looks pretty damn fine. And these 2 are just unprimed and as they came in the box. I don't remember what box they came in or how they were delivered, but they came fine. Now my only problem with these ones, and it's not very obvious, so we'll see if I can find one. There's a bit of imperfection on the edges here. It's not really going to focus there. Bit of an imperfection on the edges there, but it's a crate, so I'm not really too bothered about that. There was a few cracks. So here, I'm sorry if the mic, if I keep going higher and lower, it's because I don't want to, point my mic to the 3D printer. Now, it's not really very noticeable in this light. I'm sort of trying to show you the best example, which I guess would be the worst example. I don't know if you can see there's a little crack, and it's not like a deep crack, it's just a little extra layer, which I guess you could probably sand off. Can I find a good example? I can't. So me see if I can find a good example. I actually cannot really find it. Here this might be one of the most egregious ones. You see that little crack there? It's not a huge issue, and I think I'm having difficulty finding that now. So it's not a big issue, but it's worth taking note, and that's the thing. As I said, these are just primed and washed, and I think they look great. All in all, £7 for delivered, all of those. That's pretty good for a little bit of scatter. And if I try and whack this next to like a possible building, this is my Luke Skywalker style house. That's like that near here. It's going to be a little bit too close, but you can see like a bit of scatter on the table. Let's see if I get a bit of a zoomy out effect here. Bit of scatter on the table. I think that it'll make any battlefield start popping, and I think that's really if you want your battlefield to look good, this is a really simple way of getting it. I'm very impressed. I know there's a few imperfections, and I guess if you're going to review something, then you have to talk about the imperfections. The good parts about it, I think it's resin, so it's the kind of plastic GW would do. That kind of solid. It even looks it in that color. The detail, crisp, clean. As I said, the only issues are those slight cracks on the cubes and the little height issue on the other crates. Other than that, I think honestly, pretty damn good work. If you can find any terrain that's suitable, I'll happily buy it and review it. So if you do want to let me know in the comments below, I'm probably going to try and make my own version of these crates. So do stick around. I don't know what they look like yet, so I need to actually start making them myself. I'll probably 3D print some, and we might come back and compare the two if there's any interest. But these, let me go get a little Imperial Assault miniature. So here's my Imperial Assault guy next to the crates, and obviously the crates are going to be a little bit bigger than the crates. The people are going to be a little bit bigger than this, but I think ultimately that's they're going to look pretty fine. The thing with crates there is no real set size. You can have small crates and large crates. So having these crates, fine. Like even Yoda's house that Katie made, if I whack some of these crates near it, well, it's like boom. That looks a bit more sci-fi. I just think for the price and the quality, it's really good. If you're looking for absolute perfection, it's not here. It's not 100% perfect, but quality to cost ratio, I think it's nailed it. So that's this is not sponsored, by the way, in any way. I paid for these myself. I ordered them myself. There's no sponsored, no bias here. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe. If you've got any terrain you want me to go out and buy and review, then do let me know. It took paint pretty well. I've talked about the little issues. They look fantastic. I highly recommend them pretty much for that price. There are other ones that they do, which not necessarily not interesting to me personally, but they do these crates that are already stacked up. They do ammo boxes. There's a few different other crates those look quite sci-fi. Fuel cans, not really applicable to Star Wars Legion, but interesting nonetheless. Anyway, do subscribe. Have a most beautiful day, and goodbye.